I'm alive again, mic and a pen. Dicing with demons, but I didn't die in the end. Directly in the eye, tried to pretend that the sky didn't send all the light that I bend. Packaged in the wind with a rowboat tie as the hope blows dry and a boat goes by. Carve a channel like Dover to Calais. Also pissed didn't go to the ballet. Oh what a pity, show me the valley. Shadow of death does not dilly-dally. Snowed in like ski slopes on a chalet. Pirouetting false intellect with a mirror set to reflect all the big regret. So gritty, roll so slippy, showboat witty as if I don't know those nitties. But I was in the kitchen at 4 AM paying lip service like I mean well. Devil in the detail, sterling jewel with the cook-up flickering I could see hell. Weather in a seashell, if we're all equal, pledge your tenor to the sequel. It seems that you can't find but you seek well. Every corner of the modern day agenda, all that cannon fodder they remember. Whole life in my palm and I tried do Pompeii. Crash that and burn it and send it the wrong way. Scrambling frantically for change in the sofa. Gambling sanity for the range of a rover. Disclaimer, it's over. Labour and exposure came with composure, no way. Marbles lost like an empty kitchen top, redundant. Parkle Cossack, that spot, abundant. Layers like onion. Imprison me for speaking lots like John Bunyan. I'll invoke the Holy Ghost and save my sonnets from imploding notes and run them. Triumphant, so play that chord, strike that drum, sway that sword, type that sum, praise that Lord. Swipe that crumb and save that horde. Of course the pendulum swings, that's what the adrenaline brings. Fragmented images start resembling things. Cut patterns into the lampshade, let it oscillate in your man cave. Wide-eyed printing pamphlets, my distinctive Sanskrit. Meaningless abstraction, I stacked it and banked it, but there's no withdrawal. Yo. Trumpets in the wasteland, bump it to your face man. Crumpets on a fake tan, lump it like your mates can. Wings the same depth as a lake span. Hang your hat on the cape stand, are you awake Stan? What's the plan you forsake and brandish? Jaws ache, it's outlandish. Not what you intended or what your dad mended. It was beginning to feel like the midpoint when it ended. Who's that hope dealer you befriended? Cast the first stone, it's marked with blurred tones. The cost you incurred deter and starve the earth's throne. Sit up straight as if this is yoga. Bend or fold and you will not know her. It will be over. Roll up with a chauffeur in a toga, but don't reach for the canapé and don't speak through the matinee. Silence is golden, the eyelids are closing but rising in motion, hiding unbroken. Shards of self scattered across the moth-stricken carpet. Warehouses of antique feeling are botched and anarchic. Stop what it started, the clocks are incarnate. Tick, 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 tock, it's a bastard. Slip through the grass, lick lips when you laugh. It's a bit quick but it lasts. It's a misfit but it's hard. Slick Rick in a thick grip with the bards. Poetry in motion, potpourri in the lotion. Hang a rosary over knee with devotion. Don't you see I don't agree with the potion. I'm still inebriated though, I still believe in it bro. Breath wafts into the breeze as it blows. I'm easy you know, can't see when I grow. But it happens regardless in a pattern bombarded from Hatton to Harvard. I will flee to the glow with a glee and a glow. So what I've learnt, best unlearn if I reap what I sow. I keep thinking I should spit it real. Go and pick up, put a beat and tell them how you really feel. Why you writing cryptic, you ain't cracked it, you're crippled with a bit of pill. Pretend to move a mountain as you're rolling down a little hill. You ain't Hamilton or Verstappen, you're rubber cracking, trying to watch it happen. You can slip and roll and bob the pattern when you're gonna swing a shot to flatten. In bondage flagging, checkered vision, but you're on the wagon. I hope that you can find a way to sell a book and conquer rapping. You can put the black a piece of piss. They can't sneak you bleed for this. Who's that demon that you reason with? He's triggering decay in you and taking you for easy shifts. You got that old Sullivan flow, go hustle and grow. So subtle with smoke, you don't stutter or choke when you're muttering cold like buttering toast. They can't burst any bubble you blow. You're the king of the swingers in this jungle, my bro. Go find Mufasa, slide through Dapper with a bright new chapter. Give glory to God like Bukayo Saka. A perfect gentleman like Wycliffe. 100 verses in a light stretch. No need to catch thy breath or fuck with a mic check. Disperse that dialect. Rise with the flames no matter how hot that fire gets. Your head swings back and forth like Djokovic on centre court. You start to think of bailing out, swallowing the red to core. 9 to 5's and mortgages. You say that you are meant for more, but end up in surrender paying homage to resentful thoughts. And you say that it's felt never worse when you're sitting on that Thames link observing all those men immersed. The carriages are jiggling, you think of them as repping hearse. Entering metropolis on coffee hits to sell a curse. So breathe it all in, straight vape to the lung. It does not make sense like flake for the fun. Kundalini climb, send snake to the sun. Heat on blast like baking a bun. Make cake from the crumb.
And I don't ask for much.
Tell me, how do I?
Say thank you.
How do I? How do I? How do I? How do I? How do I focus on gratitude when the magnitude of this battle bruise is entrenched in what I believe to be my identity? Prescribed thinking and attitude, self-pity and aptitude. Don't wanna go magaloof, but do wanna put daggers through the heart of whatever is meant to be. Oh, I'm not that important, I'm just a vessel and entity. Perhaps my head's on warp cause I love to wrestle with empathy. Or maybe I'm a self-centered, arrogant, deluded fragment of my own archetypal obscenity. How the fuck did they let me referee? I blow the whistle on corrupt affairs like Julian Assange, but they're only in the arena of my mind and they're proving in demand. Flicker the switch, it's unruly on demand. No rest for the holy, I'm blessed when I'm lonely. Still can't expect to unstress when the best test is yet to reset for the trophy. The only begotten son, huh? Am I the forgotten one, huh? Should I take the shot and run? Is it absurd to stop the tongue? Should I just say it how it is despite the fear of lots of fun? Fuck the order and schedule. I'm bored of all the forced redemption story course to settle. I feel like I'm more insane trying to score this game of awkward pain and dormant play. There's a war at stake, it's spiritual. Divine laws at play and unbiblical. You wouldn't fucking understand. You think it's a psychotic episode, but that's cause your mind's not in rebel mode. It's too busy at mercy of sertraline and telephones. You can't follow the psychic shepherd road when you might miss Kylie Jenner's glow. There's a fucking light so bright and I might just let it go. You might not hear from who you thought to be Ronaldo, so take every conversation as the one that might just be the outro. Comprende? I know that you can't help to compound my higher self, and that's fucking fine. In fact, it's quite alright, it kind of helps. Convinced that I'm a soon-to-be Harrison Ford as I'm dusting my bookcase, gathering thoughts disparaged and flawed. As everything I thought to be lavish distorts the illusion of who I should be, flickers and flashes some more. I'm back in a war, fluttering wings, grappling horns. I can't seem to learn how to not push and not pull. Like a finger trapped in a door, I'm tapped to the core. The rage cooks slow like apple and pork. Recollections of acting debauched, melancholy deja vu and fantasies raw. Yearning for times I was lost in the woods but attracting the force. I embrace stability but now I feel bland and I'm bored. Where will I reside when my potential fully extends its reach? Like a jab to the jaw. Oh, I cling to the idea that I trust and know, but I fucking don't. I serve up a double dose of this subtle flow with a lovely glow, but I'm running out of luck to cope with the fact that I have to clutch at hope and concede the notion that I run the show. Find me in the battleground, where I'll shun the throne like Russell Crowe and wage a war of bitter truth like lemons in a cup of coke. I pour it out and suck on those. I juggle loads, I'm juxtaposed. Tick the boxes of the day while I barter with my higher self. I'm under oath. It's either feel the struggle grow and snuggle close to my conundrum cloak and ascend above the muggle's code, or just cave in and cut my throat. I stopped following the thread and swigging bottles of the red, but now I'm on my bed, lost and dead. Can't stop my head swinging from the chandelier of God to a tune of what the monster said. I'll leave it there.
Can somebody tell me, where do I go from now?
Topless at the kitchen window, washing up like what the fuck. If there's a God, he must be onto us. All the best, lots of luck. I thought the meditation was gonna save you. Why can't you squash the fuss? If you end up with a lorry load, then don't forget to lock the truck. I got a magic touch, not like a pastor's hands. Find me at the spot painting X's where the casket stands. A heavy heart is like an anchor on them master plans. I'm cutting wires in the sauna at the border of them larger lands. I'll be ready to explode like McGregor at a big bus. Watch the way my eyes shine, never how my wrist does. The axe looking healthy, the cellar is a bit fucked. Something twisted is happening internally, like the way Cruella has to nick pups. I go over my own head like Rooney in a derby, so I might go over yours like Bex on the halfway. I'm like Mr. Sherlock, consumer Moriarty. Both sides in the mirror wearing specs, trying to parlay. Polarity, lots of insights but no clarity. Mr. Jeff the therapist said that I need to show gravity. I'm always up and outward when I'm talking like a mad professor. I should try it down and inward and maybe I would manage better. Oh, the way I sound on a beat is like the scent of a lavish leather. I'm flinging Jeff another couple grand to get the baggage severed. I got a feeling in my gut like teeth when the toffee sticks. I ain't oblivious, it's obvious. Everybody's reading off of copied scripts, calling by the label, but the fable is anonymous. Disconnect my cable, I ain't able to sit around the table as an optimist. They've lost the zest in their heads like a flat beer, and I ain't got the time to sit and try and run the tap clear. Meanwhile, the end of all things is mad near, and I'm proper wrapped in self as if Satan's on a gap year. As if Gaza's not dying, and the masks are not lying. I'm partly half crying, but can't bark at life trying. The myth is in the small things, Nanny used to read me Aesop. So I guess I've been the hero since day dot. Play-Doh and apricot in my day cut, what? I'm disillusioned with delusions and emotional intrusions. You'd have thought by now I'd have the blueprint as to how to not latch on like a loose piece of metal on a gate with a groove in. But the truth is, it's the only thing that makes me feel alive and not useless. How the fuck's my purpose ended up as twisting humanity into my own personal Rubits? It's confusing, probably abusive, like the way it ended with the cocaine I was using. I want to be accountable, but I also want to be elusive, so inconclusive. Inner child still rebounding the love it was losing. Why so deep like Mourinho at 0-0? Why so hell-bent like Tarantino and Kill Bill? Why so off the cuff like a link on the wrist at a wedding? Why so familiar like a stranger's wink or the skin that I'm shedding? Immaterial conjecture, a round table for one at an ethereal lecture. Is it the taste or is it the texture? Misplaced architecture. These are my confessions amidst many digressions. Not quite as assertive as St. Augustine. Must place more trust in the faith or something. Still apprehensive but way more sunken. No longer depraved or lusting, but not quite saved or adjusting. I just want to live moments like when Pharrell made Justin. Cannulation of a holy prescription. Transmutation is the only conviction. Like yay through the wire, wade through the mire, take your name at the spire. Set ablaze the whole town with only one flame of the fire. Tell yourself a better lie. Base metal to gold and love will never die. The beauty of tomorrow beholding to the shepherd's eye. Does it really matter the chapter at which he read the sky? Spot the alteration of a constellation that is extra high. Don't preach to the choir, but tell them that they should let a leopard try. We're a long way from the first line of this rap. Like 50 unanswered calls at sunrise, as many downtown beggars try. Like I never left, baby. The ego wants me to believe that there's more than one that can save me. I remember when I lost my pound coin that my dad gave me. I was gonna put it in the JUKEBOX and play Nels Barley at 6 years old. Maybe I had the foresight that I too would go crazy. It's a very, very mad world, baby. But you should let me love you, even though I'm so sick of love games. Ensnared in symbols on my inner child drum waves. Please don't blame me, I don't wanna run blame. They did their best with their program, like songs of praise on Sundays. But I need the remote now, the channel must change. It's not an easy flick, the aerial's wonky. Like news on BB shit, there's many lies on me. Generational trauma like Iraq or COVID. It comes to jab and bomb me. False narratives wrapped around my truth. Trapdoors on a pedestal that crown my youth. cry me a frozen lake. Stay clear of the pills that Post Malone would take. Lots of cigarette and loads of cake. Gotta strip that too now. Layers on glue now. Feeling like I don't know me and I don't know you now. What, where, when, why, who, how. Many temptations, offering merry sensations. It's not straight after it gives that the hell gon' take. But those in the midst can't just help one plate. Just one more. Fried my brain like a well done steak. And it crushed my spirit like going in off on the black ball. Must I fidget and go Wim Hof to be tactful? Flush 5 minutes slow, sing gospel, I'm sacral. Hush my implicitness, don't bring God to the capsule. Trapped in time, spin clocks on the mantle. Been off the factual, read between the instincts. When my parents carried me home at 3 in the morning, threatening each other, it was me that was breathing in sync. I still wanna double that red the next day. Middle pocket in a flex way. J2O, I'm blessed mate. Nothing wrong with the domestic war. It's safer in a boozer, plus there's a half pump ball by the exit door. Why the fuck do you think that I'm restless for? Fuck the bingo, don't get the lingo. I got a full house of intergalactic ambassadors in tow, trying to show me I'm a star like Ringo. So why the fuck am I watching Scampi and Tips get served through a window and dotting numbers on a card trying to window? I'd rather sculpt my emotions out of Play-Doh. And when they offer me 50 bags for the finished product, say no. Hey ho, I'm gonna trade Mercury for a Winnebago. Migrate to some ley lines and lay low in the ratio. 50 shades of the same shadow in the grey zone on the way home. Fuck your glittery gold. Watch me stay chrome and prove that it only takes 72 hours to make Rome. Domino effect with a butterfly flutter. Spread truth for the earth's crust to melt away illusion when they utter my butter. I still become a fast actor. Fall into the cobbler's shoes and shine a large fracture. My heart chakra is a jar catcher. Airtight seal with a glass stature. Throw stones at the other man's structure, as if mine will strengthen as a result of that rupture. I don't understand much, bro. The ever-changing audacity of a nobody's gumption. Wholehearted assumption with no solitary function. Captured by the flashing light, attracted to the appetite. Ego wafting like it's Fahrenheit. He ain't got his anchor right. Emerald or malachite, give him something for the parasite. Galvanize his gasolite, oil lantern for his alibi. Shocking behaviour, mocking a saviour is like flogging a waiver for a pocket of labour. Who wants to be a celebrity? Should we get you out of here? It'll only take £1 million to compound your fear. Initiate a revolution by rebuking a blueprint of human illusion. Stupid, don't bother trying to be lucid. Get back to the numbers being called, you might win, brother. Forget the mountain of your heart's content and return to the land where they spin runners. Accountants, ring plumbers and failed athletes turn into bin runners. Apathetic winters puffing ganja, plotting big summers. We will go out where our win wonders, and if we win hundreds, that'll bring comfort to our skint mothers. I refund my smallness, I declare that I am great. There's nothing they can offer that will buy a stake in my higher state. Have your beamer, have your pearly whites, I'm way beyond those iron gates, where the Messiah states the victories that I can take. If a bitter piece of truth is like a slice of cake, then I'll be doing Bruce in front of Trunchbull. There's no way that I can hide away. I keep trying to open a channel like smashing through a TV screen when the news is on BBC. I'm not sure you can force the subtle to come through like this, but I still see these dreams. Pure lies and distortion about myself and my mind. I don't know why I believe these scenes. If K80 would be the one to read them to me, then I would not buy in or repeat these pleas. But because I am the voice of the broadcast, I seem to receive and freeze. Seen about 3 GPs who say it's BPD, but I ain't buying that prescription. That's a get out of jail free Fiji. Still flailing like a capsized seaman who's just about breathing, but makes out that he can't see his seas. I like to tell the 7, the way I talk in the mirror would see me impaled in heaven. Draw 2 fingers from my pocket and unveil the weapon, a tragic tale of legends. I used to be invincible, but now the promise don't deliver like Arsene Wenger's failed 11. The less you pay attention, the greater the lesson. I cannot differentiate the fact from the fiction, or decipher the memorandum. For everyone that begins to make sense, it seems that 9 or 10 are random. Too much intellectual effort will take wiser men for ransom, unless they accept on either side of fence are phantoms. Slice their pens and thank them, but wipe their lens in tandem. The little me just might defend a tantrum, but that is whom I will then abandon. Bible branding on a mild standing, still can't deny the fandom of a tribal's landing. Hero's journey round a campfire, baby. If I pretended I wasn't the protagonist, I'd be a damn liar, baby. I'm still the antagonist as well, when my gut is where the basilisk can dwell. All the habits in the show might crack in accidental spells. The fruit is heavenly, but the catalyst is hell. It's an age-old compassionate intel. I think I need an amulet to help. I'm considering a sacrament as well, so ring a sacrilegious bell. On this battlefront where alchemists as candidates rebel, we must be careful to stay abstinent, write manuscripts and tell the full arc of the narrative, sharp and explanative, not just the plot points that hearken to additives. Embark on a battleship, Star would imagine it. Multifaceted activist, back from the doldrums inhabited. Renounce any blasphemous, I'm actually back with it. Spiritual pragmatist. My dad told me read the ragged trousered philanthropist, but I'm the author, not the audience. So just tell me how I can assist, and I will back the fantasists to ensure the plan's immaculate. Alright. Use your flair, sway your hips and spruce your hair, stretch your arms and move on air. Groovy baby, comprehend but don't ruminate me. That's stagnancy in disguise. Don't read too many books, paint a fantasy in the skies. Assume captaincy of the seas. Imagine exotic valleys when you're actually in the streets. Turn that Mackie D's into mangoes falling from a canopy of treats. And let them call you crazy. Told them that their sanity is bleak and that their vanity is weak. It's all inside of you, that's where humanity can peak. Throw a concert in a market square, they'll be reaching frantically to tweets. Yes, I can see the vibrancy, that's why I'm writing like a G. It's always been inside of me, I'll tell you about the irony. The treasure from my chest is not susceptible to piracy, so even if it doesn't you, my words will still enlighten me. Everything I reach, word is bond. Breathing deep, don't curse your wand. Unsubscribe, earth is strong. Pulsating joy, cultivating toys. Speech is clear, the breeze is here. Ultimate concoction of infinite options have begotten the watchmen of ontological toxins. I don't fancy being boxed in. Cleanse this vessel, free this spirit. Who knew that God's creation could be this wicked? But he didn't mean it. Crystallize your senses, tap into the subtle and bring to life sequences. Evidence is hidden, go seeking. All this art is leaking. I'm shaping reality every time that I am speaking. Glory, 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 glory. Fashionista that I am with verses of utmost intelligent code. Let me welcome you onto the highway of freedom, it's a benevolent road. This is the room that the elephant showed. Eloquent flows in a delicate dose, but keep it simple, don't try too hard. Have an eagle's eye and a lion's heart. Yes, yes, okay. Take me to a higher realm, where the chariots of fire dwell. Let me gallop through the sands of time and let out an inspired yelp. Way behind is suffering and scheming to acquire wealth. There's a language the horizon tells, and it seems that I recite as well. Stories that the prophets told are re-embalmed in ice that melts if I take the time to warm to them and coax them on to write a spell. Portals of the light are felt as shadows slip and slide to hell, for I am not this flesh, instead the sequences it might propel. Jerusalem, Babylon, Atlantis and the Squire's well, and rivers running deep between the fields up in the Bible Belt. I declare that there's something in the air, and there's something in the oak tree that is also in my hair. Strip me bare, take me over there, deep within the catacombs to the Messiah's lair. I'm a carbon copy but I'm rare. I'll renounce all of my material, I'm only here to share. Beware, the physical will snare, but embedded in my DNA is coding that will wear. An emperor's robes over sensory nodes, that's silk, satin, velvet, and eventually gold. There's no end of the road. Everything that empathy holds will essentially enter the fold and redeem any embers of hope so that men can ascend on their own. That's collective individuality. No separation under this veil of reality. Retrospective immortality. Alchemical ley lines in our veins, they're not vague signs, they are grapevines, and it's time to take time to beget this tapestry. I'm bursting at the seams, overflowing glory in the pockets that are burdened in my jeans. This is a sermon of the streams that is worshipping the chiefs. Surfacing beliefs keep on hurtling to me. I am God in man, and all I do is purge it into beats and birth it into peace. Service in the streets, twinkle in my eye, this is glory in the booth. The microphone is standing under portals in the roof, speaking for the best of us, a story is the truth. So play this to your neighbor, tell them surely this is proof.